All right, everybody, how's it going? Real Diversity here, man. The day has come where we make our rant video. I've been seeing a few videos talking about stuff like this, and had some similar ideas, so I decided to make my own video and talk about my thoughts too on the game right now. But we're talking about Pokemon Pocket today. First and foremost, I must say, if a dev ends up coming across this or something like that, the game is really great. I think there are a lot of things this game does do well, and just because we're talking about some of the negatives doesn't mean that the game is bad by any means or anything like that. So the game it is well. I enjoy it. I think a lot of people really enjoy it and still spend a lot of time into it, even though it lacks a few things. So, but we're gonna get into that. But overall, like I said, the game's really great, and I have thoroughly been enjoying it. So, just want to throw it out there first. But let's get into, and we're gonna just start with the tabs. We're at the home page now, so let's just start with everything wrong that I feel is wrong now. First, I'm gonna address the packs. It's been a month in. We're over a month since launch, right? Or yeah, over a little over a month, not too much. Like it's definitely been 4 weeks. I'm not too sure how. Like probably 5 weeks, maybe 6, 7. No, definitely we're over a month for sure because it came out on the last like 28th, 29th of October, something like that, almost the last day of October, and we are now in December. So, yeah, definitely well over a month, and we have still stuck on the launch cards. So we have not gotten any real new cards. We've gotten new art. We have gotten a few rare promo cards that were different. Nothing drastic or game changing or meta breaking. But I will say, those some of them were, decent, like Mankey and Jigglypuff, which made some more viable decks. But other than that, the deck has been pretty much stagnant and nothing really meta breaking, game changing, or that relevant, if that makes sense. And so one thing the packs, I would have expected at least after 2 weeks that we would have had something new. But like I said, these events have been, something to do, something to go to get us, just something to feed us some new cards, things like that. So I'm not sure if they're just trying to. I'm not sure why on that. I'm not in another thing. Disclaimer: big flag or whatever. I'm not in none of the dev boxes. I don't checking what they're posting on Twitter. I don't have any exclusives on what they plan on doing with the game and things like that. I don't know what their intentions are or what publicly they've already said. I'll have no idea. They may have already made some announcements on certain things, whatever, or why they're doing certain things. I have no clue. So that's just I'm being transparent about that up front. I don't know. I'm just saying my opinion based on what I've seen and my thoughts on why things are the way they are. They may have already addressed some of this stuff. I'm not sure on my end. So, but like I said, packs, we're still stuck on the day one packs. I thought at least maybe something, at least a little booster pack or something like that, a booster set, just something to throw in there with some new cards, things like that. Maybe even just throw in some more different ones. But I can see, I'm still, I'm gonna get to my collection in a second, but I think I can see why maybe they haven't maybe added stuff yet. Maybe they're still waiting on a lot of people to build up their collections, which I can respect that. But other than that, yeah, I think that's the only thing. I wasn't expecting cards to be released this slow, but I think that's really important that they make sure they're constantly dropping new cards. But there may be a reason to that, and they may be waiting on something. Maybe waiting to Christmas, after Christmas. I don't know. Maybe the new set on New Year's or something. I'm not sure. But we'll have to wait and find out, and hopefully they have already addressed this maybe in some form or fashion. But definitely a big issue on my end is the card packs. Another thing is these, what are they at? Not hourglass. What the pack points? There it is. I couldn't think of the name. Pack points. So pack points right now feel underwhelming. I think for the most part, what I've been doing with mine is just saving them for just like the last few cards that I just don't have to complete the collection once it is time for them to start releasing a new set or something like that. So I'm not worried about. I want to be focused on whatever new cards they're dropping when it comes. And I think the pack points, we just aren't getting enough of them. I think they're coming too slow. I think they definitely could have bumped them. But I see, I can understand why the game's probably trying to make some money early on. So I'm not going to judge them for maybe trying to, create some type of spending for people who really, really want to built their collections in Whalers and things like that. So I can understand, but you definitely gotta like make the game still playable for those free to play players, for sure. And which I think they have. I'll talk about that in a second about how much I probably not even spent on this game. Warner picks are okay. I think they just maybe just I wish it could be a little bit more selective, maybe with how we're doing that. I'm not a big fan of it's just so random. Cause I'll look on here and then I don't there's Japanese cards. I can't even if I saw something good here, I can't even get these because I don't want, I really I wouldn't need to read some of these cards. I would just know. But some of them I definitely want English version first before I get the Japanese version. So that's kind of one big thing. And this is mainly because I have Japanese. I added some Japanese people, so that's pretty much why that is the case. But for those, I have to just kind of skim over those and skip those and go straight to the other ones, the English ones. And like I said, there hasn't been anything. I wish there was just a more selective way to pick, because yeah, just looking, you usually don't see nothing good. Or so I wish there was a way to like just kind of like maybe like target some specific cards. Maybe it'll. I'm not sure how you could do that. Maybe favorite a card and you start seeing it more or something like that. But I know there's definitely should be some way to kind of to make it more selective. It's super random, and it could go days without finding anything that's worth flipping. So most of the times now I'm literally looking for just like trainer cards, like a Blaine, so that I can get a lot of Blaines in for flares. That's about the only other time I'm kind of on here is for certain cards that I may want to flare on. Other than that, yeah. We're really not on here too much picking anything, but we'll just randomly pick every so often. That's why I do like those. I do like those mini events though, because it does give us some better options then. So they should probably do that. Kick more of those out a lot more frequently, because I don't see why they couldn't. That flare event was only like 4 or 5 days, and it felt so quick that I didn't even like realize it was over until way after it was over. I was like, I haven't seen one of those Charizards in a long time. But anyways, yeah. So other than that, I think they maybe can work on that a little bit, but I'm not gonna complain about Wonder Pick. It is what it is. But hopefully, when they do drop a new set, we see a bunch of new cards in there. But missions, I don't hate the missions, but I think we definitely need to add some incentive for playing. I think we need some missions to battle, something that gives us something. I think we need some, use a fire deck. Same things we have in our solo battles. I think we need some of those in the multiplayer battles. I think we need some of those. Use this deck or whatever and just get something. I think there needs to be some real incentive for battling, because there are people playing this game almost religiously and for little to no incentive. And that's just kind of how good, at least, or how well they've done so far. If they made a game that people can actually at least play, but yeah, but I think they definitely need some incentive to keep people at least in the battling or whatever, using different decks. Something. Maybe offer some more hourglasses, some gold, or something to keep people engaged in playing. And I think that wouldn't hurt at all to throw in there. But I think I wouldn't mind a little extra hourglass or anything like that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for the front end. Let me talk about my collection a little bit. So my collection, I've been playing it like a month. I got this. I was on this game the second day it came out, and I pretty much have. Let me see what I don't. We're like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 cards I'm missing after a month. That's not bad out of 200 and what? 225 cards. I'm not including the art ones, but or the promo ones. But out of 200, or the ones they give you straight up. But out of the cards that we are missing, what is this? I'm still missing. Okay, actually, out of 226 cards, and add to whatever I just said. What I said, 18. So I'm still missing almost 20 cards after a month plan. I don't think that's too bad. And guess how many packs I've opened? I've opened, I open like a pack every the 3 packs I get a day, or 4, how many I get a day. I open those, right, and then I've only opened about 50. I've only opened, the 10 pack option. I've only done that like 5 times, and that's once my hourglass gets filled up for the most part. And I've spent on this game total probably like under $25. I spent like when they had the Black Friday deal, I spent like the $5, and then I spent like the $15, and then way before that, I think I spent like $1 when the game first dropped or so. But the only reason I haven't even used the gold yet for that Black Friday from the $15 option. So I haven't even spent $30 on this game, maybe like 25 ish, and I have already almost completed my collection. So I don't think that that they make it too crazy hard to complete your collection or obtain cards. I think that's pretty. If it's at a decent pace, especially with me not really spending money. If I did spend money, I think my collection probably would have been. If I spent like really wealth on this game, I think my collection would have been finished by now. But I've been just kind of just going with what it's giving me, and not really trying to be too. It's been great for me. I don't think I was able to build some decks within the first week. I had a Machamp deck, and from there I've just been getting cards and just been able to build decks pretty much every week. I'm able to build a new deck. So, or almost every 3 days I'm able to build a new deck, really. So yeah, I don't think that's too bad. But there is one thing I do want to address, is how many duplicates we're getting. I think they're in every game. There's some type of crafting system. When you have extra cards, you can do whatever, or not cards, but when you have extra stuff, you can do something to it to maybe transfer it, do something to it to make it some other form. So I think they should definitely you should be able to do something with the duplicates, maybe whatever, to get some more hourglasses or something and along that line. But I think definitely I don't see a lot of people really into flares, if I'm being honest. I don't see a lot of people really having flare art on their cars, so I don't think too many people are into it. Or I also know just maybe they just didn't get that many duplicates. But I noticed that's one thing I feel like is not too many flares. So I think a lot of people need something to do with their duplicates, and I think definitely should have some way to like discard them in exchange for something else. That's just my opinion. But yeah. So moving on to also trading's coming. I don't really have much to say, but I will say friends. I don't think there's much you can really do with your friends. I haven't even so many. I haven't approved, but I didn't realize I had so many requests. So other than that, like you don't get anything really from having friends, besides looking at, I guess, their battle record or something or whatever. So it's not much you can do. I mean, I'm okay with that really, but maybe that's something they can look into, especially if you're big on like and maybe when trading comes, this may be more relevant. I'm not sure, but as of now, it's not really just much to do. I don't ever really do the community showcases at all. So, but also I guess can't you see their showcase, right, or whatever, or no, if they have a showcase, or maybe not. Okay, I'm not sure. So yeah. Not much to do with Social Hub, honestly. Maybe they should make a big global chat or something. People be getting banned left and right on there. I'll say on battling, we definitely need a rank system. I think. I've been hearing actually the opposite though. I've heard a lot of people have been enjoying the fact that we don't have a rank system. I don't know why. I think I know why. I think it's because they've been saying it's no pressure, it's no like sweats, it's no reason to grind. But I don't mind that, or I don't mind having something to like really win and play for, separate from what we already have, because there's always going to be somebody playing casual mode, so I don't think there's any reason to not have some sort of ranked mode. I think they should just make sure they do it the right way. Maybe not, definitely don't do it off win percentage, maybe some other system. But yeah, I don't think because win percentage is gonna really do it justice. I think especially when you just see a bunch of Mewtwo decks. But I mean, as far as skill, I think there is a little bit of skill in this game, especially when you're making judgment calls, when you're using certain cards at certain times. Um, I think there is some skill in that, and also just deck building. There's skill in that too. If you're not just copying and pasting decks, I have not there has been a few times where I just had no clue how to use a card or where like what else went in the deck that I may have had to look. But other than that, most times I'm building these decks on my own, and and I think that gives you a really good understanding, especially when it comes to just making your own decks. And then when they drop new cards, you can see how useful they are, and I just think it has really good insight when you get good at making your own decks. So. And I say this all the time. I said this in other videos. I had made my Blaine deck, my Ninetales deck. It was I just I made it on my own, and I seen someone with the exact deck, exact card, every single card. I mean, it's out of 20 cards. It's not that hard to recreate decks on here because everyone uses the same Pokeball, Professor Oak, and certain so it's not that hard to recreate a deck similar to somebody else. I'm pretty sure no one's made an original deck. Someone else has probably definitely made it or something before, or definitely after them. But I had made a Blaine deck. It was the exact same. I made the deck on my own, didn't look at nothing else, and they placed top 4 in some tournament with the same exact deck I had built. But anyway, so yeah, the cards are it gets good if you can good at building your own deck. Definitely do that. So I got off topic though. Definitely needs to be a rank. Definitely don't mind that. Events, I love the events so far. But I think solo, maybe they should add some more of these or just reset it or add more. I think I used to love doing some of these challenges, and I did like the little market points you get from them. So yeah, and then you get some first time rewards. I think they should definitely reset this. I think this was something to grind, and definitely I didn't mind. I never hated doing it. It was just me using, especially the expert level. You can actually get some really good ideas from these decks. This Charizard deck, by the way, I think recently I seen this video where they was talking about a Charizard Arcanine Moltres deck. I'm like, this deck uses Charizard Arcanine and Moltres. It's already been done. Someone was talking about, oh, this is new meta breaking deck. I'm like, the expert solo battle has been using that deck forever. So I just found that interesting that some of these are really good decks if you want some good ideas, except they just get a lot luckier than you will probably with the cards, because they sometimes run a lot of cards, Pokemon in some of these. But anyways, yeah. So expert solo, you definitely some good ideas if you want to go just look online and see what the deck builds are. But I think they should definitely reset some of these. I like grinding them out. As you can see, I'm a completionist. But yeah, I think those are fun, and I think they should definitely add some more to that. And I think that's really it I want to talk about. But other than that, the game has been it's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I get on here for especially the time I put into it. I put about maybe 30 minutes to an hour a day on this game. Maybe sometimes more if I'm like just waiting to get my hair cut or something like that. And then I'll be sitting on it. But other than that, like for what I use it for, this game definitely fits easily in my schedule and doesn't demand too much time. So I'm appreciative of that. It doesn't you don't have to grind every day or sweat every day or anything like that. You really can just log on, do one thing, and you're done for the day. So I think I respect that, and I think they made it at least where it feels like you don't have to spend money. At least in my opinion, I haven't spent no money really. I feel like when they start talking about releasing a new set, I'll feel pressured to go ahead and complete the set I have. But other than that, yeah, I feel like I'm only 18 cards away from a complete deck besides the fancy art, which I'm not worried about that. I just want to make sure I have every Pokemon available that I can use if I need to in a battle. But yep, I think that's it, guys. If you did enjoy, please hit that thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe. Also, give me your thoughts. I'm really interested to hear what do you guys dislike Also, I want to hear some things you do also enjoy, because I'm curious on that. I didn't know a lot of people enjoy not that there wasn't a rank mode. I didn't realize so many people were actually kind of enjoying that, because they didn't feel like it. They didn't feel any pressure. You just queue into a match. Who cares if you win or lose? Even during a rank mode, I'm really, who cares if you win or lose? I'm a lot of times I just want to have fun. I feel that way. Either way on ranked, I just like feeling like my wins do count. I like when my wins count for something. If I'm on here, just because a lot of times I'm on here, I'm playing a new deck, and I'm like, okay, this deck's pretty cool, and I'm going like 5-0, on with the deck. So I feel like I should have some type of reward or something to show for having building a good deck or something like that. So, but other than that, yeah, let me know what you guys feel and think about it. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. If you did enjoy Real Diversity, we're out. Peace, man.